everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Lake8 here. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 best upcoming creature games coming to Roblox. Before I get started though, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and go to the description below to join the following creature games discords and also some of my social medias if you wish to support them. But with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So this list does matter with its ranks, as the first one is probably the one that gave me the most interest in the games so far and what's been worked on and how much has been worked on, and the fifth one being the one that takes the least interest for me. So basically number 1 would be the best kind of upcoming creature game, which I'm gonna start off with number 5, which is Deeps of the Underground. This is a survival MMO game, basically meaning there's bosses, quests, dungeons, and also zones inspired by art. You're gonna be a creature that you play underground, hence to the name of Deeps of the Underground, and I'm pretty sure there won't be anything above ground when you play as a creature, which is kind of a new thing for creature games, and I think it's a pretty unique idea. Like most games, you will be able to play as creatures. I'm unsure if you can be able to play humans, as it kind of hints towards maybe possibly playing as humans, but as of right now it's only creatures, which is kind of the standard for creature games on Roblox. There is a release date for this game at the moment, and it seems pretty early on in development, but it does have a ton of potential in the work it has so far. Now if you guys want to see more of the information about this game, you can always go to the description below for the Discord. I will link it right next to the kind of title, so it'd say Deeps of the Underground, and then the link to the Discord, and that's the one you can go for this game. It definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see this in the Roblox community whenever it is done being finished. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 4. Coming up at number 4, we have Ecliptic Shadowed World. This is a game where you can actually play as humans, but there's also going to be game modes in which you could play as creatures, since this is kind of on the creatures list. And when you play as humans, there will of course be creatures around the map. It won't just be like humans and everything like that, but there will be game modes where you can actually play the creatures in the story mode. There won't be customization for the creatures, but there will be customization for the human characters, which I find pretty interesting. This game is of course going to mainly be a story mode game, but there will also be other game modes, like I said, survival, roleplay, and etc. It all depends on what they want to add, and I'm not exactly sure if all this game modes will be added on release, if there's just going to be a story mode or not, but only time will tell on what they will do. There is a kind of a release date, but not really. They said they want to release this around the summer of 2023 and the early of 2024 if possible. This one is at number 4 because it has a balance of kind of development. There is a lot of model development going on, and there is also some UI and kind of scripting development as well. As I know, most of the time with creature games, it's hard to see much scripting development, and we do see a little bit, and I'll show some videos while I'm talking about this game as well. I also put this at number 4 because the models are very unique and they look very cool already, and they just spark with life basically. They're also using mesh deformations, so it won't be like in parts, and there will be different types of things where it will kind of be more of a body-like. Now there will be different separations, like the limbs for example would be a different part, but for the rest of the part it would kind of be smooth when it moves, giving it kind of a realistic look. Again, if you want to know more about this game, you can go to the description below for the Discord. But with that said, let's move on to number 3. So at number 3 we have Trilent Island. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced or not, but that's what I'm gonna name it. So if it's pronounced something differently and you guys know, just let me know in the comments. But basically this is an RPG game where you can play as a creature and customize it. We will also have PvP and roleplay in this game, kind of like the basic creature games out. Just like the other one, it is using kind of a mischief formation, although there's like separation from the limbs. The body and stuff don't have like parts that are separated. It's going to be more of a smooth, realistic type of look to it, which is pretty cool. They also have some unique creatures in this game already, and there is quite a bit of progress on the models and everything like that. So like the other games, there really isn't a release date to this game yet at all. There will be bosses though, natural disasters, events, abilities, and you can even tame NPCs to assist you as pets, which honestly I find really cool and unique to a creature game, as I haven't even heard of that kind of idea yet for a creature game, and I think that's going to bring uniqueness to this game than any of the other creature games on this list. Now the reason this is at number 3 is because this game has absolutely amazing models. The designs are just amazing as well for this game, and they do fit the game for what it's trying to go for. Now I did want to say that there is kind of a lack of scripting development going on here, but we do have some scripting development. We just have a lot of animation development and also modeling development, which is still a good start, as scripting is a lot harder than modeling and animations in my opinion, because you have to do a lot more things, but there is some development for that. But I'm just so excited for this game. Again, go to the description below if you want to join the Discord for this one, as well as it'll be linked there. But moving on to number 2. Next up is Harp Isles at number 2. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have probably heard this game before, as there's a TikToker named Nost who's been making videos on this game. I'm pretty sure they own this game as well, so you probably have heard of this game before. The reason I put this at number 2 is just it's absolutely amazing. We're gonna go for the details first before I explain my opinion on it. Basically, it's a game where you can play as creatures with PvP and survival, kind of the basic common things for a creature game. The creatures will have abilities and limited colors for customization, as there won't be one of those kind of things with Amalgamation's Island where you color them any type of color you want. I'm pretty sure there'll be limited colors based on the creature that you will have. There will also be events and much more. There is also no release date for this game as well yet, but they said within a year they're hoping to release this game. Now that could change in the future when they decide what they want to do, because it all just basically depends on how much they worked on, how much things they need to fix, and everything in between. This game has a ton of potential, as there is a ton of development already going on. There's a ton of models, animation, and also scripting development shown in the game as well, and also map development as well. I'm pretty sure there's others in the other games that I showed in the video, I just never really mentioned in voice, but this one sticks out a lot because it looks like the maps are just fantastic. They fit the creature vibe, and it looks like they took forever to work on them, meaning they gave it a lot of attention and showing that they care about this game. It is super cool, some of the development that I'll be showing on the screen, and of course if you guys want to see more for this game, go to the description below and it will be linked down below. But moving on to number 1, the best upcoming creature game of all time. Coming in at number 1, we have Woodlore Orion's Origin, aka Exponus Studios. Pretty sure a lot of you have probably heard about this game in the past from my channel or some other channels that have mentioned it, and honestly this is probably the best upcoming creature game there is so far. It is a survival game where you play as a creature. Of course, it's inspired by Ark, the Isle, and Valheim. There will be upgrades, builds, weather, quests, and daily objectives to keep you busy when you're in the game. There is no release date, they said, but they are working as fast as they possibly can to get this game out. I'm pretty sure a lot of games don't put the release date or anything like that until they are very close to releasing, because they don't want people to get disappointed if they delay it even further than they actually want it to be. There won't be customization for your creatures, but you can unlock alternative palettes, basically like creatures the Scenario has. Now I'm not comparing these two, I'm just saying how they have those kind of palettes that you can unlock and do stuff with. Now it's probably going to be different types because this game actually uses full-on mesh deformation, so it's going to be a lot different with the color palettes and everything like that, but that's kind of just what I was kind of referencing to, so you guys can kind of think of the palettes they would possibly be using. Now the main reason this is at number 1 is because of the models. They are using full-on mesh deformation, which is making the game just pop out even more. They kind of mastered the whole texture, the models, and the shape and everything for these creatures. They also do like actual creatures and not just like some mixed up animal hybrids or something like that. They do look really cool, and I'm honestly very excited for this game. The animations and scripting are amazing on this game, as well as we have some development like that I'll be showing in later in this video while I'm talking about the game. But like I said, for the other ones, if you want to check out the Discord for these games, they're all in the description below with their respective titles. So like Harp Isles is something, we'll have a Discord link next to it, and that's the one you click for that Discord. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Comment down below which one is your favorite game so far that is upcoming for creatures games. I'm honestly excited for all of these, especially Exponus Studios one, as it looks absolutely amazing, and you can just tell how hard every single one of these developers for every single one of these games worked for. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!